All right, guys, I am so stoked. I'm going to title this my first custom, tread pattern scales. And this is on the title. I'm giving a shout out again to Chrisville, USA. He's one of our biggest supporters. And I can't put a link. He's a private person, but we email back and forth. I'll tell you how we hooked up before I show this. I'm so stoked. He knows what's coming. And yeah, Chris, it only took me about 20 minutes. Chris and I, he subscribed to my channel, and I did a video. I just bought the Smith & Wesson, help me here. It's a survival knife. It's a big old knife. It had G10 scales, I believe. I got it inside the knife room inside the house. But anyway, he commented, I thought he was another troll. He commented and says, I would like that if the scales weren't so squared. And the scales on the handle were squared off. It looked really boxy. Okay? So I looked at it and I thought, you know what? You're right. So I rounded them off. And actually, if you remember, Chris, not too long ago, I rounded them off a little more since I got confidence. But I rounded them off a little bit. This is before I got all my equipment. I mean, I had my Dremel tool. I forget how I did it. I did it by hand, I think. I rounded off all the edges and made it more, whatchamacallit. I think he ended up getting one. So it turns out he's into the same thing I am. I love buying these budget knives, BPS knives. Because of him, Chrisville, I owe you big time. Because of you, I got into making the scales, okay? I'm still not going to give up. See, it's in my head. The Honey Badger. That was my biggest fail as far as a folder. It just failed. It failed twice. And that's my goal, is to get a scales done on that, my Carta. So I got my Carta G10, and I got some bone. That's already treaded. Yeah, I'm fixing to get into it. Treaded texture. So that was kind of cool. On all my knives, not all of them, some don't need it. You're right. I can go in there into my customized cabinet display. That's all my custom scales that I've done. I use BPS because they're cheaper and just easier to work with, and I got the wooden handles. So I wouldn't do them all, but I can see probably about 12 that I can take off that display, bring back here, and do what I just did, say 30 minutes. Be done with it, and what a whole new look. I am so stoked. You know, I'm on a fixed income right now, so that's why I've gone to budget knives. I do save up. If I want to get a higher end knife, I will save up my pennies and get one. Okay, I got my Carta slabs coming in today to fix this. That's why they're sitting out here. But anyway, let me get to this. I'm going to do a short on this video. I said in Shop Talk I wasn't going to do a short on it, but I am, just to show the people that made this knife, that put it out there, to show what I did to it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, this is what it is. He's always told me to try the treading. The treading pattern just makes it change. And you get deeper into the micarta scales to get an even more brilliant pattern and color. I can see that now, because this Pako wood on this knife that I'm fixing to show you, I couldn't see how that could happen. So he told me yesterday, he said, just practice. He sent me he did outstanding, unbelievable job. And he does what I did. I think they were Ozark Trail knives. You know, just budget friendly, work on them. But he did a brilliant job. Absolutely brilliant. Kudos, man. I'm really looking at your pictures than I am the videos. So I practiced. I got these wooden scales from BPS. You see, I just went for it. That was my first run. And he says, just practice a couple times on even one of my cheap flea market knives. Then I got to thinking, what could be more cheap than what I just got? This Phantom Edge Karambit by SOG. I just got this yesterday. Now look what I just did to it. I still hate the sheath. Okay, check this out. This took me 20 minutes. Look at that. Now, it's not fantastic. I'm a rookie. But I've always liked like my Tops Impact and a couple other ones. They have the treaded. I've liked it. I just never have tried it. And he said, I really appreciate it too. I'm humbled. He says, you're really good with the Dremel tool because of the scales. He says, you'll pick this up. Look at that. And really, I see mistakes in it. I do. And he'll see it. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. Because guess what, guys? Remember I said a little while ago at Shop Talk that this was smooth? It was slippery. I got a grip right now just from that. And this is Packlewood. Now, I'm going to be doing... I got things to do. I got probably a half a dozen, maybe 8 of my custom knives that I've done, my Carta G10, whatever, that I would love to do the tread. It'll give it a whole different look. What's cool, I can see where you could take the screws off. See where I stopped? But I did watch a little bit of a video and show me how to put it in the vise. I didn't have wood, so I just used, by the way, Chris, there you go. I used a piece of leather in between the vise, do that, and clamped it down. This is thick leather right here. All the wood I got for the house, and I picked that. It didn't hurt the blade at all. But anyway, everything's dusty just from doing this. I can take those out of my display. I don't have to take them apart or nothing. I can just lay them right there, relax, have fun, and do a little treading. And there's different designs. I'll look into it. There's different bits. I just use the general, the common sanding drum for my Dremel, because that's what I saw in the video, and it just went right through it. So I am going to do a short on this, maybe, just to, I can say custom scales. I don't know. I'll see. It's a wicked looking knife. The only thing, it doesn't say anything on the package. I can see why not. This saw back here, I don't know if you can see that. That is serious. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I mean, if you get it into a quick situation and you go to grab this, you go to grab that, like there's jipping there, you're gonna hurt yourself. That's my opinion. Okay, it's only my opinion. But yeah, that's a sawback. But that's my first textured scales. I owe it to Chrisville USA. Thank you, Chris, so much. I'm stoked because it gives me more projects to do. You know what I mean? And I love working on knives, especially on weekends. It's therapeutic. Okay? And today was perfect doing that. Anyway, this is about this. I already had my shop talk. Thank you so much, Chris. That's awesome, man. That's pretty badass looking. Sigh out.